Okay, I just woke up. It's like 6:01 a.m. I had some interesting thoughts to share. Um, I want to talk about energy conservation. I want to talk about a few things. Um, yeah, it was like I woke up and I thought about like wasting products and how much garbage that we produce as a I don't know, just how much garbage that we produce. I think about how many times I bring out the garbage and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of plastic. That's a lot of this and that. And it takes a lot of energy to break that stuff down. Um, but then I also think about, like, I think there's something in Africa or there's something in, I don't know, I think I heard this somewhere about a certain bacteria that actually eats away plastic material. Like, it's completely natural and it breaks down the plastic. I think that's really interesting that nature sort of like created or compensated to whatever it is that we put in the environment to clean the environment. I think that might be the reason why volcanoes come out is because you know we make a mess of things sometimes, and we're upset with ourselves because we're like kids and we're like, we made a big old mess. Now what do we do? Now we're racing our own time clocks and stuff. And I think that the Earth, Mother Earth, kind of like in some way or another can hear that and is like, all right, I understand. You messed up here. You're trying to get better. I'll help you out. And then they make these, volcanoes come out, and then you got this. I mean, I don't know exactly what it's made of, but there's something about volcanoes that I feel that even though it seems destructive, I think there's a lot of healing properties in that volcanic ash. I don't know why, but that's just something that I feel intuitively. It's something about the smoke. There's just something about volcanoes, you know what I mean? Like when we start spiraling out of control, that's when like these things start coming out. But I think it's a healing property. I think there's some healing in that. Um, I also want to talk about chemicals. I want to talk about chemicals. Um, I went through something like this whole spiritual, um, significant moment in my life, which is now. I mean, for a few months now. I had this same situation about 10, 11 years ago. I had it in Phoenix, Arizona. And I remember that it was like my energy field was so intense in that one location that I literally had to leave. I literally had to move out of there because it was like I was talking to spirits so often that it created some sort of like homing beacon, and I ended up attracting like way too much energy there. And it became a real problem because I would go to sleep and then I would wake up like a few seconds later and it felt like my spinal cord was struck by lightning. It was pretty painful, and it would happen a lot, and I eventually had to move out of there. Um, so now here I am, like 10, 11 years later, and I had actually asked Spirit to stop what they were doing because it was way too intense, and they understood. But now I'm going back into that because I had missed that realm, and I'm realizing that I'm more and more sensitive to all the energies inside of my own house, and I'm like, uh-oh, this seems very familiar. So I kind of veer a little bit. I was going to talk about chemicals. A little backstory, I guess. Yeah, so I think the reason why I'm doing this is because I think I already explained this in the last video. I keep veering. Okay, anyways, chemicals. All right. So here I am in Connecticut now, and I'm trying to make the same scenario that I had in Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm trying to make it positive. I keep leaving my location because I feel uncomfortable or like I need to do something else. There's so much natural energy that I have in my own system that um, I feel the need to leave and come back, because that's when I see the biggest, most positive changes, when I leave and come back, which is like really interesting that happens. But there's something about my energy field and talking to spirit. It's almost as if all these spirits are around me, all this energy is around me, and it's like maybe the reason why they're around me is because the energy that I am attracting is simply so powerful that I need like a buffer zone. Do you know what I mean? And which makes me think of planet Earth, and I'm like, well, you know, what if what if we were so negative, or we were well, negative, I don't want to say that, that's not all right. So what if, like, you know, Earth, right, our Earth is having a hard time trying to we're having a hard time taking care of her. You know, it's like we got all these gyres and stuff. Like there's 5 gyres, like giant islands of trash and stuff like that. And I wonder if you know, I wonder if we send out like a homing beacon out into space saying, oh my gosh, we need help, you know, like maybe our planet actually emanates a certain aura, and maybe that's the reason why the sky has been so crazy town, and why there are chemtrails. Maybe it's you know, like the military, they pop smoke of like orange or purple or whatever, because it's like a sign. They're trying to tell somebody that they need help or they need this and that, and they're different colors for a reason. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe that's what our military is doing, instead of looking at it in like a negative way. Like maybe it just looks the way that it does, but it's actually all for a reason. Like yeah, that's the reason why I keep feeling like you know, like alien contact, something like that, because we need help. We need help clean up our Earth, so we're not racing our own time clocks with the frequencies, and you know, and like worrying about garbage and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't know if that's absolute, but it was definitely something I was thinking about. Um, I also want to talk about chemicals in the food. When I was in Arizona and I went through this spiritual time in my life, I I actually ate like just I had like milk, and I had like peanut M&Ms, and it was like I would wake up in the middle of the night, and I'd wake up from astral traveling, which is like out of body experience. It was really intense. I was having a lot of really intense dreams then too, and it was like I would wake up and I'd be like super hungry, but all I really wanted was like M&Ms, like the peanut M&Ms, and I would like chug some milk, and then I would go back to sleep. And that like healed my whole body. Like I'd feel amazing in the morning, you know. Um, but now it's like, you know, there's so much talk about the hormones and the antibiotics that are inside of like cow milk and meat and stuff like that. And I noticed that I haven't really eaten any meat. I don't really want any meat, and it's not because I'm rejecting the system. It's because I felt sick. I felt really sick whenever I would eat like meat or something like that. I felt like it was too much for my system. I would actually like throw up. Like I actually get really, really sick about it, and I have to drink a bunch of water and like try to calm down and stuff. And all my temperature would be off in my system. And I was like, all right, fine. I just won't eat, you know, fish or meat for whatever reason, you know. And so yeah, now you know, that's basically what I'm eating, is like that. But I eat a lot less when I eat that, and I feel like I have plenty of energy, you know. My spirits are up pretty well. And I sleep really well. um, I mean, this is only based off of one day right now, because I finally realized what I did back then, and I'm like, okay, well, let's try that again. Let's see what's going on with that. Um, so, alright. Well, if there's more, I'll just make another video. Thank you for watching.